Now that I got your attention, I have to mention that you have to work hard in order to earn a pension. Therefore, keep striving and don't you ever give up. Long as you try, failure's acceptable, keep your chin up. Don't follow anyone, make the right decision.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cistagirls. My name is Haley Prasad.
And I'm Inez Zahalu.
And I'm Sandy Poe.
And today we will be talking about things that we want to do in 2020. We have done an episode where we talked about things that we've done in 2019, just like things and like the little things that we've done besides Cistagirls, but just as individuals. We do want to talk about things that we're going to do in 2020, and just like things that we want to achieve, and just things that we just personally just want to do. We do have Sandy with us instead of Linda. With Linda, we've talked about 3 things that we've done each month. And hopefully by the end of this episode, we could probably talk about more of what we did in 2019. But we are going to be starting off with things that we're looking forward to in 2020. One of which I know that's a sister girl thing is us going to Guyana and trying to encourage and try to impact young girls in Guyana. So that's something that we want to do. And I'm going to ask Miss Sandy to talk about things that we're going to do in Guyana.
Well, I think that's a very exciting opportunity that we're, number one, flying to another country and trying to get the girls to understand the importance of keeping a healthy environment. And to save the planet is part of our mission. And they have to understand that they have to plan to do that so that they can be free to live a happy life in a planet that's healthy. From the information that Ali had given us on the previous program, there's trillions of little pieces of plastic that's dropping into the ocean, and the ocean aquatic life is eating it, and aquatic life is dying. So it's not a problem that we see immediately. But if you guys want to be able to go to the ocean and swim free of bacteria, then it's you guys that have to take the spearhead and try to show girls like in Guyana how to live free without or picking up a clean habit of not dropping trash where you stand. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that you ladies are interested in going to Guyana or inviting some of the women from Guyana here so that they can see what we do. I would like that even better. Yeah. If 1 or 2 of the ladies came here and we trained them, we show them what we do, and then when they go back and we go back, we can see what their accomplishments have become. That's what I would like.
Yeah, that's something that we're definitely looking forward to in 2020. What is something that you're looking forward to, Inez?
One of my goals and what I'm looking forward to is being able to spread the word about Cistagirls as being like an environmental group, and spreading the word not only to people in America but people in other places too. And we started with Guyana, and hopefully we can spread that. But also in school, one of my goals is to do better in the classes that I'm not so good in, like geometry. I struggle in it, and I just want to be able to get better test scores. So maybe by doing that, I'll study a lot harder and do extra work or everything I can to try to help me better understand a topic, because a lot of the time the teachers don't wait until you understand all the information, and they just move on to the next thing. So yeah, that's one thing I want to do for 2020.
Well, can we elaborate on that? How do we accomplish getting the teachers? Well, no, getting the teachers to understand that I'm not there yet. How do they expect you to just go get tutoring?
I feel, I feel like a lot of teachers, they actually do make sure, at least in my school, they make sure that we understand what we're doing, because they will not move on to another topic unless
terrific.
Yeah, they will not move on until you get what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
And they will give us a test, a do now quiz, they will give us homework, and they would really make sure that we understand everything. And if we don't understand something, we have to go to tutoring, and they will make us go to tutoring. It's not like we have an option. So instead of going to after school activities, you will have to go to tutoring. Does your school do that, Inez?
Yeah, I'm required to go to geometry tutoring because I do struggle, and I even went to the principal myself, because I don't want to have to take geometry again, because I'm accelerated, so then that would just be like, it defeats like the whole thing. So I'm like, I want to like get through this year so I can move on to the next class. So I do go to it's not required, but I take it upon myself to go because I want to do better in school, not only for me but like for the people around me as well. And to start, it starts with like the little things like going to tutorings on Tuesdays, and then another tutoring just opened up on Thursday, so I also go to that, and I'm also looking for a peer tutor. Like just all the help that I can get, like I take it. So
Interesting.
I feel like if you were to ask any like young girls or even boys who are trying to like create or build a future for themselves, like I feel like their first answer or like their first thing that they would say as like a goal in 2020 or like every year would be about school. I feel like every child would say something about school. Yes, I do agree that I want to improve in my grades and get like honor grades, and yes, I want to become a better student. However, some things that I am looking forward to and trying to learn and like trying to like just achieve in 2020 is singing. I want to find a new appreciation for singing. I've been singing for 10 years and I've been playing the harmonium for 9 years, so it's like a year apart from each other. So like when I turned 15, it was almost around the time of me like becoming a singer and playing the harmonium and dancing. By the way, a harmonium is like a smaller version of a piano. I could also play on the piano as well, but like just like the Hindi songs. But the piano is just like an organ that just complements you when you're singing, when you're performing. So I've been doing that for like 10 years. However, when you're doing something constantly for 10 years, it does kind of get to you because it kind of bothers you how like you didn't go and you didn't get to experience other things. And explore. So I try to like walk away from singing, but I can't let it go because it's have given me like many opportunities. And personally, I don't really enjoy my voice. However, there are some people that are still asking me to go to events and go to church and like sing for them. Like even when I go to Mandir, which is a Hindu church, like I go and I sing there, and people ask me, hey, come to my Jandi, which is like a service that they do at home, and they would ask me to sing there. So I feel like with all of the encouragement, and if people are asking me to do things like that and like to go to their houses and to sing for their own like service, like that helps me like want to find a new appreciation for singing and playing the harmonium, because for like a good moment I kind of didn't want to. Just because I wanted to like adventure and explore some other activities that I could possibly be doing. Like I was convinced when I was like in 5th grade that I wanted to be an actor because of singing and because I was used to the environment of singing and dancing and stuff like that. But I feel like now that I'm in high school, I could kind of balance out singing and dancing and playing the harmonium along with what I'm doing in school. So something that I'm looking forward to in 2020, and because it's January, I want to really work on things like balancing out singing, balancing out dancing, and playing the harmonium. But what I'm looking forward to is trying to learn interior designing. My mom asked me the other day, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or now I am grown up. I am grown up, but like, not grown up, but like, I'm getting closer to like where I have to start thinking about what I want to do and making decisions. So my mom was asking me like, what do you want to do? And yes, I am going to a school for architecture, and I am practicing that. Hopefully I could take over my father's construction business. I kind of do a little bit of everything. Like even at York College, I do things like engineering and playing the robotics. But something that I've always had like a hidden, like what I really want to do, it's always been hidden in me that I just didn't realize what I wanted to do was interior designing. So something that I'm looking forward to is to become an interior designer. And now that I said it on TV, I feel like I need to, you know?
Well, let me share something with you. I just came across a program that was called Dabble. Did anybody see Dabble? Dabble is like one of those off channels, but it had a program on there that was called, it was 3 or 4 women that did 3 or 4 different shows. One was My Room, one was like My House. But each one of them, like the interior designer, the one, she would go into a room and redesign it.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, she would redesign the room. Or the next one, she would redesign a house, because people would come to a house and they say, oh, I don't like this house. She would go in the house and redesign it. And those shows are exciting because they show you how they go shopping in the thrift stores and they buy furniture and then they spray it and they design the room.
And it's interesting,
it's
right?
Very,
yeah,
very
that's like what I want to do. Like I want to go and I want to like see for this table, like if I could get a fabric and like do something different. Yeah, I would love to do that. That's something that I've always like. I've always like. I wanted to do it, and I realized that I wanted to do it, and I also like experienced like I wanted to do that in Cistagirls. Like when I joined Cistagirls and I was like doing recycled items, I was like, if I could do it to like a bottle, I could do it to a room, you know?
Right.
So, like,
Interesting.
I was like, around like 2019 or like a little bit of 2018, I was like, I feel like I love decorating, and it's not only about decorating, because there's a lot to do with interior designing. It's not only like choosing a color, it's like choosing a color that complements each other. Like that's something that I always secretly loved, and I just didn't realize that it was interior designing. And architecture kind of like goes hand in hand with interior designing. So I'm really looking forward to going to extra classes and just like balancing out everything that I do.
Very, very nice. But one of the things I would like to see happen is that you guys had said you wanted to invite boys into the Cistagirls, but that's not going to happen because I haven't asked you to invite girls. Nobody invite girls to to be members. But what I'm seeing in the future is I'm seeing a future for, and I was telling Haley about it, senior team leaders. And senior team leaders, when I go out to a new school to partner with a new school, they might want me to come and do the presentation. But instead of my going out, I'm going to ask one of the team leaders to go out. And when you go out, you not only get maybe 50 hours of community service credits, but you also get an opportunity to do the orientation to the girls that are in this particular school. You know, they might have a class. It'll be on the same day. It's not a separate day. It'll be on a meeting day. But I think you're deserving to be a senior team leader if I accomplish that goal. You know, like I'm looking at another school right now. But if I do that and I say you're interested in going, you're welcome to go, and that will accomplish your team leader position with the Cistagirls. And then that also is part of your resume. And I think what's exciting about what you guys have done is that you're going to utilize whatever little or big piece that you've accumulated from being a part of the Cistagirls and put it in your portfolio, whether it's the hosting, whether it's presenting, and when you put all that stuff, add that to your portfolio. I don't know if you have a portfolio now, but when you do, add that. And you look back at it and you say, wow, I did all of this. And then when somebody else sees it, they say, wow, they did all of this. And it'll complement everything that you're going to be doing. So I'm looking forward to that. But I want to ask a question. Why is it difficult for you to add? Well, Haley, you've been very resourceful in the Cistagirls, and you've already invited Mohini as a member. You already invited some other members to participate in some of the shows. Yeah. How were you able to accomplish that? Because I'm trying to get Linda and, I know you just started with us, so you still have that opportunity.
Okay.
But how were you able to accomplish that?
So I feel like I have a extra advantage when it's coming to get girls to become a member of Cistagirls. I know Linda, she participates in like pageants and stuff like that, but with being in a pageant, it's you can't really have a wide schedule to like join other events. I feel like Linda, she was able to just like work things out. I have a huge advantage because I have been going to Hindu churches for 10 years now. Because I'm a singer, I'm able to like go other places and venture out. And also because since I was a singer, people recognized that I could probably go to other places and learn about robotics and stuff like that, and that's how I got into York. So I do get to travel to a lot of places. So instead of hanging out with friends, I hang out with like people that have the same interest as me, but at different places that could actually benefit me when it comes like to community hour service. But as I said, I do have an advantage because where I go, there's a lot of girls that just go to like one event itself. They just don't really go to a lot of places. So I realized that there was this one girl, which was Mohini, that she was just like, she was going to like music class, and then she was going to just like other little events, and I realized that hey, she actually has a voice. She just needs someone to push her and try to impact her and like influence her. So I was like, all right, you know what, you're gonna be in my show next time.
Good.
Yeah. And also, like, my cousin, I remember she was in my show before. I remember that
Christina?
it was, I remember it was like one of her first few years that she was living here. And I was like, hey, you could be perfect for Cistagirls. You could definitely be in my show. But yeah, I do have an advantage. I will admit that, because I do go to a lot of Hindu churches, so there's a lot of girls there. So I do go to places where, like, I have a lot of people and stuff.
What about you, Inez? Because you brought 2 girls and then they decided not to come, or what happened? You invited the 2 girls.
Yeah, I feel like my story's a lot a lot different than yours. I don't have like a clique, and I go to a lot of events as well, but like it's more like the places where I go, it's all different types of people I meet, like so many different people, and it's just like,
that's what I was trying to say, but I couldn't really like put it into words.
And then it's like, people don't want to make you feel bad, so they'll be like, oh yeah, like I want to join it, and then like they don't want to hold up their end, like their responsibility. Like, you said you were gonna come, and you come one time and you fool around, and then it's just like, that's not how it works, you know. Like, I don't want to bring people here who I know are not going to take this as serious as that we do, because I feel like that's disrespecting us and just the whole name of Cistagirls. So I have met like new people this year who are like a lot different than the friends I had before. I'm not saying like the friends I had before aren't good people. They just not people who are interested in or care about like the environment. And it's not really like I'm surrounding myself with like negative energy, because it's not like that at all. It's just I care about the environment a lot more. But in my new school, like, people actually care for things that matter, like the environment and doing all types of cleanups and stuff. And maybe I can like bring them here. I spoke to my principal about like starting this
Cistagirls.
So that's what I'm looking forward to this year too. Yeah, I just need an adult who.
The letter.
Yeah.
You need a letter from me to start it?
I can't remember what kind of letter.
Well, let me just ask, is this an after-school program that you're trying to start? Or?
Yeah, it will be an after-school program, because
I was heard that after-school program,
it can't cut.
Yeah, you have to have somebody monitor the after-school program.
Yeah, and it
I
has
would
to
do
be
the
a
same
teacher.
thing. I would do the same thing. It's crazy because we live like 2 different lives, but it's kind of like similar ideas. I would do the same thing with inviting Cistagirls or having a Cistagirl group in my school, but I can't necessarily do that because there's not a lot of teachers that will be willing to
stay after school?
Yeah.
Well, what does it entail to stay after school? Is it 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour?
Oh no, clubs only go for like 30-ish minutes.
30 minutes?
Well, for me it's 30.
Yeah, hours. My school, it's like clubs can only be an hour long now, unless it's like the drama club, which has like the production that's going on.
Well, would you ask if I could come in and start the club? If it's once a week or once a month? Oh, not every day.
It would be once a week.
It would be once a week.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You won't really be in a classroom though. You would be like in the auditorium.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
And then like, it wouldn't be like something that the school would promote. It would be more like, oh, this is like where people from our school could go to.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So you don't think that's good?
No, it's good. Like you could, it would be the same idea. It just wouldn't really work out like how you could have an after-school program. It would just be like something separate. But it wouldn't be exactly school related.
Right.
It would just be from school kids.
So like my school has like a Christian club, like for people who believe, like who are Christians, and a lot of people actually joined it. Like when I looked at the flyer for it, I was like, Christian club? Like, I mean, I'm a Christian, but like, I'm like, Christian club? Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a Muslim club in my school.
Yeah, like, and there's actually like a good amount of people who joined it. So I'm like, if I started a club with the Cistagirls, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in my school who are interested in like saving our planet. So
okay. Well, how can we resolve this? Because I'm available to come once a week to either of your school or both to do the presentation. And that's really all they need, because out of the presentation might get 2 that will come to our regular meeting. That's what we want.
Right.
We don't necessarily want to digest the whole sister group into the school. We want to be able to introduce them and have them come to us.
Right. Well,
because now we have a school, we have a home. We have MS 72. That's our home.
Right.
So it would be easy for them to either know that we're doing this, and they come to our home, and then they can come to the TV show, and then they can come to the beach cleanups and different stuff that we do.
Yeah, I
That
like
would
that
be
idea.
good, right? Yeah.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I will try to talk back with it with my school again.
Okay.
But what I just thought about, like, a lot of kids, they leave after school almost immediately because they live like in other parts of New York. Like they live in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and like kids who normally stay back are kids that live like 2 blocks away.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed of like for the past few weeks. And I was gonna say that how like those same kids that live like around the area, like they could stay, but now thinking of it, like they're already in a club. Yeah.
So what are those other clubs that are in your school?
Drama club, soccer teams, basketball, softball. There's debate team. I'm the co-captain of debate team.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So what about your school?
In my school, we don't really have a lot of clubs because like it's an art school, so like it's part of whatever art we're doing, it's in our schedule. So we do have like the Christian club, we have fashion club. I'm in that.
What do you do in the fashion club?
In the fashion club, like we will never ever, like the materials that we buy and we purchase, we fundraise, so we do buy our own materials. We never go and like buy new clothes. We always go to like thrift places.
What do you make?
We like it just started, so like we're just like having like a game plan and what exactly we're gonna be doing for this year. And so far, like we started to make like designs, and we did fundraise, and just from one bake sale we made like over $100.
Wow! What did you sell?
We sold cookies.
Right?
Yeah, just
cookies. Remember the cookies in the cup?
Yeah, that's something that we need to look forward to in 2020. We need to like start making those cookies in the cups. Also, we have like these coffee cups with us, but like we need to make like our Sister Girl mugs as well. Yeah. And also things that we're looking forward to is like our jackets that we want, the Sister Girl jackets, or Sister Girl
What
hats.
kind of Sister jacket do you want?
Maybe the one that you're wearing.
This one here. This is a golf jacket that I changed into.
Yeah, but it's nice.
The logo. Yeah, everybody likes this guy.
Another thing, you mentioned fashion shows, something that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, don't let me forget. Remember, just a quick question. How many of you go to the website and see what's on the website?
I go almost immediately to see if I have a photo.
Because I created a Sister Girls recycle store.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool.
It's on the Sister Girl magazine. See, you know, guys don't look at it.
I look at the other website where there's like photos of us and like the honor show and stuff like that.
I don't really know how to get. I do check Sister Girl magazine.
Yes.
But like I'm not really like a tech person. So
you scroll down to the Sister Girl recycle store.
We should have an app, like a Sister Girl app.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Create it. Tell me how to.
I don't.
I could probably work on it, and then like the team leaders and Miss Sandy, we could like have control of it. That's another thing we could look forward to in 2020.
Nice.
And Miss Sandy, I was also thinking about podcasts, like if Sister Girls could get a podcast, because what I've noticed.
That's a radio show, right? Sort of like a radio show.
No, it's like it's still like radio, yeah. Because like what I've noticed is that people, they watch TV, but they don't really like watch the screen.
Right,
they would like have something play, and then they'll be like doing like the laundry
stuff.
And stuff
Right, like me.
But I feel like it would be like fun if we did a podcast, because it works the same way. People could still listen to us and still do something different.
So how does a podcast work? I mean, how does it work?
Basically, like
this show here with you on the podcast.
Yeah,
they don't see us. We just keep talking into our mics, and then they just.
So
hear
which
us.
mic? How do you? Is it a studio that have a mic?
It would be like a studio. Yeah. We would have headphones on, hearing ourselves, like to make sure that we sound right.
I'll work on it because I was thinking about that also. I said it's another step into the promoting is we need a radio show. So.
Wow, we could work. We could get an app. We could get a podcast. We're going to Guyana. Inez is doing some exciting things at school, and I'm doing exciting things at school as well.
Yes.
Doing them here.
Okay.
Podcasts. So we just heard that we're probably going to do podcasts here. That's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
And so we're going to, as you said, we're doing a little summary. We're going to be trying to do fundraising for Guyana. There was the senior team leaders. That's very important because I'm going to reach out to some of the schools to see if I can get you guys to do the orientation. It's not staying over at the school. It's doing the orientation and bringing them back to our school for the rest of our products and what we do.
Right.
So this is exciting. This is an exciting year for us. But plus, we're going to do that chalk walk. They gave me sort of like a guideline for that. That's exciting. That's a real power-packed product. I don't know what I think you get the girls to write chalk on the ground.
Oh, that's adorable, yeah.
But it's a fun, I don't know all the details, but it sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So they're working on that. And some other great stuff. I'm excited about this year. Yeah.
One more thing that I want to mention is that Inez, you're going to turn 15 this year, right?
No, I'm turning 16.
Oh, you're turning 16 this year. Yeah, and I'm going to be turning 16, and Linda will be turning 16 as well. And I'm not sure if Inez is doing like a court or like a Sweet 16 party, but something that we're looking forward to.
If you are going to have one, you must.
But something that we're looking forward to.
You're going to be 16. And you're going to be
16 as well.
Oh, everybody's going to be 16?
Yeah.
So you should have a nice big 16 party, something.
Yeah, well, something
Maybe
that
I
the
could do
Cistagirls,
yeah.
individually, something that we're looking forward to is to participate in each other's Sweet 16. So that's a major thing that we're looking forward to.
When's your birthday?
February 25th.
25th.
You're older than me?
Yeah.
So it's coming up soon.
May
Yours is
1st.
May. And Linda's in May.
Linda's May
9th.
Ninth.
May 9th, yeah. So nice.
I'm not sure how much more we have left of the show. However, Miss Sandy, I remember in one of our meetings we were talking about something that we might do in February.
Okay.
We're going on a coach bus, and then we're going to be speaking about something.
Coach bus.
And then we're going somewhere to speak about something. I didn't volunteer for it, but I remember
in February?
Yeah.
I'll check my calendar.
Yeah, there was something that we were looking forward to.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And don't forget that the pilot program, they're indicating that a lot of pilots are going to be retiring in the next few years, and they're going to need pilots.
Okay. So
so we're going to have a trip. Huh? So we're going to have a trip out to this pilot. What do you call it? I don't know the name right now, but the pilot program. See.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so thank you so much for watching this episode, and make sure you guys check us on our YouTube page and Facebook, and as well as our websites. I know Miss Sandy briefly talked about our website.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Inez and Miss Sandy, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Great show. Wait, one more.
Now that I got your attention, I have to mention that you have to work hard in order to earn a pension. Therefore, keep striving and don't you ever give up. Long as you try, failure's acceptable, keep your chin up. Don't follow anyone, make the right decision. Cause one wrong move will get you right in detention. And if you keep doing it, you might get suspended. Time is money, gotta watch how you spend it. On your free time, open up your Webster's edition. Dictionary, get your vocabulary extensive. Now you don't have to listen.